Hello there, Capricorn. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week of May the 9th through the 15th. We are going to be pulling one card for each day and seeing what highlights show up on those cards. See if there's any theme that comes up for the week. While I'm shuffling, I'll just remind y'all this is a general reading, meaning that not everything I see here is going to apply to every single Capricorn. However, most of it will apply, or Aquarius, excuse me. Just finished up Capricorn, but not everything I see here is going to apply to every single Aquarius, but most of it will apply to most of you. Sorry about that little glitch in the giddy up there. Calling y'all Capricorn. You guys don't even have a personality that is close to that. My biggest apologies. All right, so let's see what cards are going down. By the way, if you'd like to get a private reading where we look at only your energies, not the energies of the collective Aquarians, feel free to reach out to me. All my contact information is listed on the website at the top of the screen. And if you would like to sign up for my newsletter, find out about what's going on with me, you can find that at the homepage on that screen, on that webpage. So let's look at your cards. So we're going to start with the weekend. Here we have the 10 of Wands. And we also have the Justice card showing up in reverse. Those of you who have not been here before, we do not trip out about reversals on my channel. Just straight up, don't even stress out about it at all. Okay? So let's look at Saturday. 10 of Wands. This is really interesting because this talks about the idea of picking up some kind of responsibility. All right. With here, it almost looks like this is somebody who is like basically moving out of her parents' house and picking up the responsibility of carrying her own life. And so it could be something along those lines, maybe for a few of you, one or two of you. But this can talk more generally about picking up responsibility. If you've been looking for a job, this may be a job. This could be picking up a side gig. This could be that your kids are starting music practice or some kind of sports practice, and so you're taking them to that on Saturdays nowadays. But picking up some kind of new responsibility for Saturday. And then Sunday, remember we had that Justice card showing up in reverse. I really like the depiction on this card. I like that, there's basically two women, just depending how you're looking at it, that actually are very similar, just a little bit different coloring in the hair. So, Justice card in reverse. I'm just kind of feeling into this as I hold it up. It seems to me there's some kind of decision that you're trying to make on Sunday that involves other people, and you're really trying to figure out what is the most fair decision to make here. Do you have all the information that you need to make this decision? And I feel like you're having a hard time really deciding if you do or if you don't. And so the advice here is, don't force yourself to make a decision before you feel like you have all the information or you're ready. Let time kind of show you some things so that you'll know that when you make this decision, you're not going to feel bad about it later. So allow time to bring some things forward first. Let's look at the week. Aquarius. Monday, Queen of Wands. Tuesday, Knight of Pentacles. Wednesday, Three of Cups in reverse. Thursday, the Sun. Friday, Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, so what do we have for the week? Okay, Monday with our Queen of Wands. This tells me that you're doing something creative and you're doing it in order to nurture somebody else. So maybe you're making some custom pillows for somebody's couch, or maybe you're doing something that is creative in a different way, but something creative that is meant to nurture somebody else is happening on Monday, Aquarius. On Tuesday, Knight of Pentacles, you may be making sure all your bills are paid. This is also doing whatever it takes to make the budget work. So you could be making that money, honey. Or you could just be staying away from any impulse spending but you're doing whatever it takes to make the budget work. Let's look at Wednesday. Here we have the Three of Cups coming up in reverse. This just basically says that somebody is jumping up and down on your last nerve. I'm going to say, I think, Aquarius, you've got some travel plans coming up here, and I don't think you were planning on traveling alone. And it seems to me like the person that you were planning on traveling with may have some different ideas about things that need to happen along that trip that don't necessarily line up with what you were thinking. And so I think there's a little bit of, I think frustration is too strong of a word, maybe a little bit of annoyance about the idea that you have to compromise a little bit somewhere along the way. Some of you may be compromising more than a little bit too, actually. Now let's look at Thursday. Here we have the Sun card showing up, Aquarius. This just tells me you're getting to do something that feels really great and fulfilling and satisfying to you. And you're getting to do that without anybody breathing down your neck or looking over your shoulder, setting deadlines, telling you do it this way, make it that color, or anything else like that. So very good day. We like that. And or maybe not the whole day is filled with that, but anyway, still very good. At the very least, moments, probably more than moments though. Let's move on to Friday. Nine of Swords coming up in reverse. I like this card in reverse. What this says is there's something that was stressing you out before, and it was stressing you out probably because you didn't have any control over the outcome generally when we've got the Nine of Swords. And now something has happened. Either the situation has changed or you've done some healing to where you're not letting this situation bother you, but you're no longer stressing out about this thing anymore. We like that. You're coming into this relaxed Zen state about it instead. So very good. All right, so Aquarius, that's what I have for your week. Not a bad week at all. Thank you guys very much for being here with me. I appreciate you all so much. I know I will see some of you here this week for a reading, a Reiki session, a mentoring session, what have you. But for the rest of you, I'll see you back on the next video. Peace out.